here comes Swerve Strickland and Nana to the ring, the new world champion. And they're in Winnipeg. Of course, Kenny's been advertised. He's going to return to television. It's his hometown. But it's the new world champion. 3 months ago, they were going batshit for him. They loved him even when he won the title. And now they're in Winnipeg and they're just standing there for Swerve. And, as soon as he starts talking, he's doing a promo on the selfish, greedy, childish EVPs that are throwing their weight around and trying to run roughshod or what. So now the world champion is tied up in the orbit of the Lollipop Guild and being made to react or register his displeasure or comment on it or get it over or whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be like when Dusty was booking and everyone went out there and talked about Dusty. It's going to be
No, come on now.
Except Dusty was over, but it'll be just like that.
Dusty was over, Dusty drew money.
But it'll be like that concept, the idea that now everyone has to go out there and talk about the EVPs, the booker.
Talk about the booker. And then suddenly Swerve, okay, now that he's talked about somebody else's fucking affair and somebody else's angle, they leave him to he's the new world champion. He says, so I can't wait to find out who the next challenger is going to be. Who's it going to be? Come on out here. And he's waiting for it like it's that easy to, okay, I want to be the fucking next challenger. I'll just walk out there. And would the guy be standing there when he said that?
Why isn't there ever a fight? Like guys trying to get out there first?
Yeah, trying to fucking muscle their way through the fucking door, doing a shoulder-to-shoulder thing, whatever. No. And why shouldn't he be saying, you all need to line up and fight your way through each other and I'll take only the best or whatever. And there'd be some, but no, it fits the Buckaroo's little angle here for him to just say that like a fucking idiot. The world champion comes out there and says, who's it going to be next? Like it's that easy. And of course, Maddie and Nikki pop up on the screen. You're bad-mouthing your bosses. You need a dose of humility. Now they're dressing down the world champion.
In front of a quiet, observant crowd.
In front of a crowd who's standing, not even standing, sitting there. Just, they're not actively throwing rotten tomatoes, but nobody's interested. And we're going to get to it in a match here. Remind me to talk about the reasons why the crowd is reacting some of this way when we get to one of these fucking matches. So the Buckaroos dress down the world champion and tell him they've got a quality opponent for him for the pay-per-view. Play the music. And it's Christian coming out with Dino Douche and Nick Plain and Nick Plain's mom.
Well, they teased a little bit that it was going to be Omega because they said it was a Canadian wrestling legend or whatever they said.
Well, yes, but still, it doesn't matter because nobody thought it was going to be Omega because he really fucked up. I'm not even talking mentally here. But anyway, Christian has the microphone, goes to say something, and suddenly sucker punches Swerve with the fucking microphone. At least Swerve took a better bump than Tony did when he got hit with the microphone last week. But he then gets on him and throws about 4 or 5 punches. And did you see what Nana was doing when his guy gets attacked?
I remember Nana getting attacked. No, what was he doing when Swerve got attacked?
When Christian punched him and starts getting on him, Nana had to stand there. Because his spot wasn't called for yet. Whoever produced this fucking thing, or if they did it like it was supposed to be done, oh, well, it worked in rehearsal. Nana's left standing in the corner. Yes, he's a manager, but he's a grown man, and he's a babyface now, and it buried him. He's having to stand there. Do I step out? What do I do? Because Swerve has to start his comeback. And he makes a comeback on all the heels, boom, 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 but then spins around and comes face to face with Nick Plain's mom and can't hit her because she's a woman. She's also bigger than he is. She had 3 inches on him and it looked like her shoulders were broader. So anyway, then Swerve pauses because he can't hit the woman and the heels stop him. And now that's Nana's spot. He runs to help and Dino Douche headbutts him. Right, so they didn't. This was a mess. Well, then Christian gives Swerve his finish, the kill switch or whatever, on the belt, on the title belt. And then they have Nick Plain give the cutter to Nana, right? So Swerve, the world champion, took Christian's finish on the belt, and Nana, the manager, took a cutter in the middle of the ring. And then Christian gets the microphone, and as Swerve is laying there face down at his feet, and Nana is laying over by the side of the ropes and not moving, selling, Christian cuts an endless promo. Endless. You want to know how endless, Brian? After 2.5 minutes, even Dino realized that Swerve was being buried, and to hold Swerve down, he put his foot on his back. And Swerve had to act like he was glued to the mat. And after 3.5 minutes, that's how long that Christian was talking over. There have been people been in car wrecks that could stagger to their feet in 3.5 minutes. Nana, one thing, he's a manager, but still he sold a cutter for 3.5 minutes, immobile. The world champion sold the goddamn guy's finish on the belt for 3.5 minutes. And to add insult to injury, the fucking job guy with the heel is standing on him like a fucking doormat. Am I suitably goddamn indignant here?
It went on a very long time. It seems like all Christian's things do. And I knew it would, because it took a while for him to get to like some kind of personal insult. There's always something, and this one it was about, I'll be a better dad to your daughter than you. And it took a while to get there.
This buried the champion because, I'm sorry, but the bumps that Commander and Gravity and Oxygen and Nitrogen and fucking Pentagon and fucking Hexagon and all the other motherfuckers on his show take. This is the world champion. For almost 4 minutes, he's selling a fucking finish, and he's got a guy just standing with his foot on his fucking back. And then Dino pulls Swerve up and pulls one of his braids out, rips his hair, allegedly. Rips his hair out of his head, and Swerve goes back to selling and groveling at their feet. Swerve has already run off the road. Why would you do this to your world champion? This isn't heat. This guy is a fucking doormat. We have cooled him off after giving him the world title because he was the most popular guy and the people demanded it. Now the people in Winnipeg are standing there going, ugh, whenever we're fucking sodomizing him with a rusty fishing knife.
I think it's two things. I think one, the booking for Swerve was always suspect, but he overcame that and got himself over. But the stuff they were doing that they brought up here, him going to Nick Wayne's house and attacking him.
Yes.
It was all ridiculous.
He shouldn't have quit terrorizing infant babies in their cribs. That's when they really liked him.
But the problem was, I think maybe the booking of him, they got a little overconfident with how they understood the audience, because it seems like it's all been downhill from there. And the other thing is, I think there's almost a track record now, and we'll talk about FTR later, the sad state of FTR. But it's not a new thing, whether it's them or whether it's here. AEW really does not do a good job of booking baby faces. There's a reason why everyone's some kind of heel. Whenever someone's presented as a babyface, they lose everything. It's just complete weakness from a babyface. For whatever reason, Tony thinks that's how you book.
Well, because marks think that, the heels are supposed to get heat. Yeah, to an extent, but not scorched earth. And there is not a clear definition between heels and baby faces in this company anyway, to the point where you can tell immediately. And then there's the fact that sooner or later, every baby face becomes a heel, in which case you learn not to trust anybody. Nevertheless.
Are you looking forward to Swerve versus Christian?
No, not after this. We pretty much established that if he can hit the finish on the belt and Swerve is down for 4 minutes, I bet if he hits it in the ring, he can hold him down for 3 seconds.
He wasn't on this show, but who's more popular right now with AEW fans, Swerve Strickland or Will Ospreay?
Ospreay.
Yeah. And he wasn't on this show.
Well, but, he's going to be the next champion. As soon as they finish killing Swerve deader than 4 o'clock, then Ospreay can beat him in time for Wembley.